And good evening. Yes, we are back. 2 nights running now. We've done a bit of a late night flight, and I think this could almost become a regular thing because it's a great way to end, Friday night last night and Saturday night tonight. A couple of hours of trucking done, and now back. And it wasn't my choice to use this plane again. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not objecting, but, prop boy wanted to use the prop again. So the prop we use, and prop boy is over there. Good evening, Sam.
Good evening.
So yes, the DA62. It actually is a cracking plane, in all fairness.
Yeah, I really like it actually.
And this time we're not in Ireland, where we were last night. We are in the US of A, and at Norfolk International. And the plan is we're going to fly pretty much up the coast. And all the way to JFK, and depending on what approach we take as to whether we come in around the Hudson or whatever, but we'll work it out when we're in the air. 252 miles. It's a little bit shorter than the flight we did last night. It was 339, but it's still going to take us a good couple of hours, I think, to fly up the coast. So that is the plan. So here we are in FS Cloud. So there's me and there's Sam, and Sam is over there just taxiing in. He looks like he's in a much bigger plane, but he's not. He's in the same plane as me, but that's FS Cloud for you. And yeah, I'm in the lovely little DA62. So let's get it into life. Put the fuel on. Get the arm. I'm going to do that without the armrest in the way. There we go. Master on. Left master on.
That's strange. You can't get my flaps to go.
And we are alive. Okay. Put a load of lights on. And let's program in where we're going. So we are going to JFK. Couldn't get much simpler than that, really, could it? K J John F. Kennedy International, New York, New York. So nice, I named it twice. Activate. Right, let's see if we can click an approach while we're here. Select approach. So what you're saying, runway 20?
Yeah, 22. You got right and left at New York, so either or.
Coming from the left will bring us in over the sea, wouldn't it? So
yeah, we're going to fly up the Hudson.
So we'll go ILS 22 left. And actors DPK. Okay. Minimum's off. Activate that. There we go. So flight plan is in. Which seems to be taking me somewhere. Evening take 2. Yeah, evening Hillsman. It's not actually. Why isn't it giving me a route? That's concerning. There's no little line for me to follow. 262 miles. Okay, well, we'll see what happens when I take off. If we start heading in the direction of New York, we'll be fine. After last night, who knows?
Why won't my flaps go up? That's really, really weird. My flaps are just set down and nothing will make them go like that.
Well, afternoon if you're in America, exactly. So yeah, the brilliant little DA62 again is the plane of choice for this flight, and as we're on real time, it's the local time is 1602. So this could become a regular thing, I think, either on a Friday night or Saturday night. We did do it a couple of times before. Bit of a late night, well, not really late night flight, it's 9 o'clock. A late evening flight. Right, so what runway are we taking off from?
It says 5, and there's a 10 knot headwind, so it might be a good idea to go for 5.
So down to 5. Okay.
If I can get the flaps up, that is.
If you can sort your flaps out.
Because it's going to be quite a slow flight if I can't.
Yeah. Norfolk, yeah. Norfolk, Virginia. Not Norfolk. Norfolk.
Right. Flaps are working now. Engines on.
It's
Start.
going well.
Going well. Everything else seems to be working, which is good though. So I'll take that.
Yeah, Norfolk, UK to JFK in this would take a while.
Yeah.
There was a brief discussion last night about carrying on from Shannon, where we got to last night, and actually flying this to JFK. I got to try not to set it on fire tonight.
Okay, let's try that again. Everything seems to be working now, which is good.
Have I got to cross an active runway? Looks like I have.
I've just taxied all the way down here and I've got to taxi back up, just realised.
Alright, cross the active. Hopefully there's nothing coming. Not Norwich then, no. Norwich International Airport. We don't need to go all the way down to the end of the runway for this, but...
No, I'm just going to Ryanair taxi up the runway a bit.
Well, I would yeah, I'm going to go all the way down to the end. Do it properly. So hopefully after some more tweaking, stream quality should be better again. Should be smoother. Hopefully. So we'll do this flight tonight and we'll be back tomorrow afternoon for some more flying, this time in jets. Why are you in a taxi, Chaos? You've been playing. Chaos isn't flying, it's just me and Sam, who's coming down towards me.
I'm out of the way now.
Okay, right, set my altitude. What do you say, 5,000 feet? Right. We can't hear Discord now. Well, you can hear Sam, can't you? Hopefully.
Or not.
Yeah.
Depending on how you feel.
Yeah, you should be able to hear Sam.
What am I in, a 737?
It looks like it. Right, off we go. Sorry, Sam and Chaos sound the same. Wow. I don't know how either of them would react to that.
I mean, it's not an insult on either part, but I'm a little bit shocked at that. I don't actually know what to say to them.
Up and away. Gear up. Okay, I'm already interested to see where it's taking me. A heading of 037 apparently. What is going on with this? Last night it wouldn't fly me to where I wanted it to go. Okay, we'll do a direct to again then. JFK. Right, so there's Sam airborne. I'm now heading in roughly the right direction. He says hopefully. I'm scared to put this thing into full throttle.
95% will be alright for the initial climb. I loaded my plan up, the FMS plan, for the first time. I didn't know how difficult it would be, and it was actually really easy with this. You know, if you, I can't remember how I did it now. If you go into FPL, it should bring a list of all your X-Plane plans up, and you can select it from there. So that one that I put in, it will bring everything up on it, and automatically load it and follow it.
Ah, I didn't actually download it. Let me try and do that now. See if it works on the fly.
It seems to have picked up all the waypoints, which is cool as well.
Right, let's see if I can do it. Downloads. Copy. X-Plane. Output. FMS plans, there we go. Paste. Alright, let's see if it works on the fly then. Flight plan. How'd you actually import it then?
Did you put it in the FMS folder?
Yeah.
So when it's there, can you see it on the page? Hold on, let me open up the screen. So yeah, click the FPL button on the right hand X1000.
Yeah, it's just got the one I've programmed in.
Oh, is it?
There's nothing. Hang on. Flight plan list. I got it.
Yeah, that's it. Should be in there. Corp KJFK one should load straight in.
How do you actually select it then?
Press on the button that says FMS. If you push it with the
cursor.
cursor.
I got it.
Yeah, and
Flight plan was saved a different ARIC cycle than what is currently loading.
Yeah, don't worry about that. It's just it says that every time for some reason. I don't know why. But it's loaded the flight plan because I've gone through it on the FMS, so it's pretty good. I just realised I've not looked out the window for a while. Yes, I'm still flying.
Well, it's taking me off on a strange angle now.
It should fix you on a course of 039, which is just sort of northeast.
It's saying it's taking me to 207, 209.
It should, once you get to the line, it should turn you onto the course.
Yeah, my next waypoint is KORF.
Oh yeah, you don't want that. How'd you clear of course?
And then it's Merca at 039.
Have you got the pink arrow next to Merca?
No, it's at KORF. But that's only in 4 miles, so that's alright. So as soon as it gets to that, it'll turn me around. Yeah,
it's going to spin you around to Norfolk. I'll tell you what then, I'll spin around as well. Heading.
That's cool. I didn't realise you could do that with a G1000.
I don't know if the G1000 does it. But the X1000 seems quite good. X1000 seems like a little bit of a modification of the G.
There we go. Yeah, it's turning me a bit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's taking me back over the airport we just took off from.
Yeah, it's definitely cooler. You can load that in on, like say, on the fly, which is good.
So yeah, it's going to follow the flight plan. So it's basically taking me back to here, so it knows where I've started from.
Yeah.
So 2 miles, then it will turn me around and then follow the flight plan that Sam's done. There you go. Yeah, you can see the line. There, it's going to take me down and around and back out again. That's quite cool. So holding at 5,000 feet now, slowly accelerating up 164 knots. I'm not going full throttle. I'll probably go a little bit more actually. There we go. Take the fuel flow up to 10.2, 28.9. 3,000 RPM. Yeah, should be all good. There you go. So there's Sam in front of me. There you go. So yeah, 037 it's put me on now.
Yep.
230 miles. And remember to put fuel in again. Otherwise I wouldn't have made it. Well, that's quite cool. We got a bridge, then a tunnel, or a couple of them down below us.
Yeah, that's the Chesapeake Bay Bridge-Tunnel, Highway 13. I've been on that.
Nice.
So I've got family that live in Virginia, Norfolk. Takes you over to you got Fisherman's Island, and then you got Cape Charles, and then you've got a place called Exmoor on Norfolk. Takes you up to Pocomoke in Worcester. So you got a place called Worcester in Somerset, and then there's a place called Salisbury, Dorchester. So they just basically stole all our names.
Yeah.
Dover. And then you're up into Delaware and Atlantic City.
That's where the American Navy's based, isn't it, Norfolk?
Yeah.
It's their primary base. Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got Norfolk, Portsmouth just below it.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically going to fly on a straight course following Highway 13 pretty much. Up past Pocomoke, up into Maryland. So here we are in LTC Suburban. Amy Lou, hello there indeed.
Hi Amy. Amy, do you think I sound like chaos? Just out of interest.
So yeah, we are following the course, which is cool. So Sam's gone back down there, he's turning around and he's going to come back again as well. nothing alike, says Amy.
Okay.
I think it's because the Hillsman's been on the Boddingtons all afternoon. That's what it is.
Could be.
Yeah, I definitely like him as plane. I think I do need to treat myself to a regional jet though.
Yeah, I had a bit of a flybout in the 170 earlier. It's still pretty cool. They've done the update on it now as well, so it's quite good.
Is that the E-Jet?
Yeah.
That's one Chaos said he couldn't get on with. He had them, couldn't work them out and remove them from X-Plane.
They were a little bit... they were a lot more complicated than the Boeing and the Airbus. Just procedure-wise, they're a bit weird. Like the FMC's quite strange to set up.
Okay.
But once you get it going, it flies really nice. It looks really nice as well.
Do you all fly civilian, only fly civilian in X-Plane, ever fly Falcon, BMS or DCS? Yeah, the military stuff doesn't appeal to me. I did briefly have DCS, but I like flying with a purpose, from point A to point B. So the military stuff just not appealing. I can see the attraction, but it's just not for me. So yeah, civilian. Although I would fly Army, Air Force stuff in X-Plane. I'd love a decent modelled Hercules, for example.
The T-18 Hawk's awesome, that just lived up. That's good for a black. That's the one when we went to Texas, before we did the flight with the really windy day, I was trying to shoot Chaos and Nos.
Yeah.
I loaded it up with sidewinders and I was trying to blow them up.
The best thing to do to Chaos and Nos, that.
Although flying over Texas in a Saudi Arabian Air Force airplane probably wasn't the best idea.
No, I shouldn't imagine they'd be too impressed with that one. So yeah, the scenery here, not as great as it was last night, looking down in True Earth as we were, but that's quite nice. And I haven't
it's not bad for default, is it?
No, pretty good. And I haven't caught fire yet.
Which is a bonus.
Yeah. Because that happened 3 times yesterday. I'm just scared to put the throttle levers nearly all the way forward. I'm just scared to push it all the way to the max. So yeah, if you just joined, we're back in the DA62 again that we were in last night. And this time flying from Norfolk, Virginia, all the way up to JFK. And Sam's plotted a little route around for us. So it should bring us in, seeing a bit of New York on the way in. We've got scenery for New York and scenery for JFK as well. So going to be quite nice. We're tuning the 80s now, 128.725. It's going to be a while before we get there. 128.72, there we go. I want to get my all my panels together at some point. I need to work out how, and then I want to set a webcam up on the panels. I think that could be quite interesting.
But a lot of people, when they buy like the autopilot panel and the radio panel, they'll get like a piece of balsa wood and just cut them out and fix them in it, and paint it black so it looks like a dash. That's quite cool.
Chaos used a recipe book holder.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And mounted his on because that's just wood. But Yeah, I've got, well, the all-in-one PC's going, so I got space, but it'll literally be at shoulder height directly to my right, so that might not be convenient to be up there. Although I've only got to turn and program them and then carry on flying, so I don't know, I'll have to have a think.
Ideally, you'd want your autopilot one just under your screen, if you could fit it there.
Well, it is at the moment. It's under my right-hand screen.
That's like the perfect place for it.
Because on my right hand I've got the gear stick for G27, just to the right of that is the throttle quadrant, in front of that is the stream deck, and above it is the autopilot panel. So that side works really well. The pain is on my left hand screen. I've got the panel which has got the switches on and the landing gear.
Yeah.
Problem is, when I take off, I've got my hand on the joystick, which is on my left hand, and I can't raise the landing gear without taking my hand off the joystick.
Those two, I think someone put together. I think they both sit together.
What's up with your extremely high oil temperature? Are you fire whaling the entire way to JFK? Yeah, oil temperature is quite high, I'll give it that. So we'll back it off a little bit. That should bring it down.
I'm throttling at about 85%, which is keeping everything just about right.
There we go, oil temperature's coming down now. Yeah, it's something to do with the reason that I caught fire 3 times last night.
Potentially.
Allegedly. So that's made me slow down to like 163, which is fine. That'll do it. Should keep you not to become a fireball this time, yeah.
Yeah, 163 is about right. Should be giving you about 178.
Ground speed is 170.
There is a headwind.
There is 8 knots, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. That guy I follow on YouTube, Noel Phillips, in-flight video guy, he did a trip on a Beech 1900D.
Oh, nice.
And put a video out today because they're flying in France. And I thought, that's quite nice.
Yeah, I've not flown mine for a while. That might have to be a thing again at some point. Although me and Chris were talking about taking this around Austria.
Mind if I join you for a flight sometime? Not a problem. Join the Discord server, Hugh. Or Hugh. Hi-you, not Hugh. Okay. Yeah, we always do a couple of flights a week in group. There's only 2 of us tonight, but sometimes we've had sort of 5 or 6 of us. We're flying again tomorrow afternoon. In jets tomorrow afternoon now. I don't know where. Thing is, where did we end up? We ended up in... Did we do St Helena back to the mainland? We did, didn't we?
Yeah, you flew to... I want to say Liberia, but I don't know.
Yes, so there's another mainland flight to do then from there down. Yeah, Namibia. It wasn't Namibia, but it was Namibia. So yeah, I might suggest we carry on down there tomorrow. Let me zoom out and look at the map. Oh, okay. On the Discord, fair enough. Turn the auto follow off. So yeah, we did St Helena, Namibia. Yeah. So.
Hayu, if you think he got the pronunciation right on that and it was good, ask him to say Nuadibu.
No, not doing it.
That might be one of my favourites. Some of the Canada thing, that was pretty cool.
What, noodly boo? Ask him to say what now? Exactly.
Yeah.
It was written noodly boo, so I said noodly boo. And just because I got a town that was in Alaska, I called it Canada. It was 20 kilometres from the border. And I got nothing but flack from that.
Yes, but being from where you are, that's not a million miles from Wales, so it'd be like someone calling you Welsh, which is a bit out of order.
Noodly boo, exactly. It's actually gone from the top of my little nav map now, because I saved the one last night. So I can't remember where it was. But yeah, I pronounced it noodly boo, but it's not. Can't remember where in the world it was.
Mauritiana.
Yeah,
you offended. Apparently, 118,000 people live there, so that's how many people have been upset with you about that.
By mispronouncing the place they're from. Don't. See, I fancy a new plane for tomorrow, but I don't know what I fancy.
I've still managed to not buy London City yet from Orbex. But obviously if we're going to do that London City to JFK flight, I'm probably going to get it, because then I'll have scenery for everything.
Always an A320neo.
Oh, you're not Neo about it, because I'm just loading it up.
Yeah, this is the most dangerous place in the world. There you go. Noodly boo.
That's actually a perfect spelling of noodly boo, I think.
Yeah. Fastest payware I have that works correctly is the PC12. I love the PC12. I've got the PC12. I watched Q8 Pilot's video today on his top 10 GA aircraft, and obviously number one came in at the TBM. I was very close to buying the TBM, but the PC12 is about 10k slower and was half the price, and I love the PC12. I've also got the Epic 1000 as well. That's quite nice. So yeah, I need a new plane. It needs to work with X-Plane 11, obviously.
I really like this one. This is probably my favourite twin. Obviously the Saratoga is really nice, and I'm looking forward to the new Tomahawk that just flight over going to bring out. That should be good.
Oh, it's such a beautiful plane. I know a guy who's got 3 out of the airport I fly out of. He's got a PC-24 as well. Hopefully I can work my way up in the future and get typed in at that. Awesome. So there's not a lot in regional jets in the org store.
No, there's not really in between, is there? There's either the smaller ones, or you just go straight into the giant aircraft.
I don't know if I like the look of those E-jets.
The picture that they put up is pretty crap, to be fair. It doesn't really do them any justice. That horrible grey, blue and yellow livery they put on. But internally, and the sound is pretty cool.
Yeah, there's just nothing.
But they're a little, like they are quite. They've got quite a lot of quirky autopilot settings. So
Yeah, I bought that Fokker. The bloody thing won't taxi. So there's nothing on the org store that's leaping out at me.
No, I'd look the other day. I just keep going back to Orbex, looking at London 37. I've not been on X. Oh yeah, we went on X Aviation, didn't we? Because you were looking at that plane yesterday.
Oh yeah.
The Jetstream looks nice. I keep looking at that on X Aviation.
X Aviation. Yeah, that Jetstream does look quite nice actually.
Then you've got the Mitsubishi MU2 that we were looking at, the Marquise
Yeah.
yesterday.
Okay,
Not that
catch you
pricey.
later. And then there's the TBM. Now I really want a regional plane, that's what I want. Something like the Avro you were on about last night.
Yeah.
Chris posted a picture this morning, didn't he, of one?
Yeah, that it looks really good. I just don't think it's much like the Concorde. It looks pretty awesome, but it's not quite got all the features in it just yet.
Right, how are we doing? There we are. Approaching Delaware. So yeah, cruising about 164 now. Ground speed of 172. So we got a bit of an 8-knot headwind coming into us. So there's Sam back there. Little plane looking rather nice.
Yeah, I'm not. I think definitely the next thing I buy is probably going to be an airport rather than a plane. I know that you've got the Dash 8 that's being redone into version 2, but I also read somewhere that Flight Factor are working on the 777 version 2 as well, so that might be something I have to go for. But with it being Flight Factor, it'll probably be about $80 or $90.
Ouch.
Yeah,
That's a lot of money.
it is.
It's fine if you're going to use it a lot, but
Yeah, like the 75 and 76 were both $90 each, but I use those quite regularly, so I wouldn't overly fussed on paying that much.
I'm guessing Just Flight haven't got anything exciting, have they?
Oh, that's a good idea. That looks like Just Flight.
Oh, we've got weekend deals. Ends tomorrow. Oh god, this could be dangerous.
A lot of it's usually prep bar though. That's anything.
No, don't play the scenery. X-Plane 11.
Oh, TB10. 17.99 instead of 27.99. Yeah, there's literally that one thing on special offer, just the TB10 and TB20 package.
Which I've already got.
Yeah, it's a bit rubbish. I think again the next purchase from Just Flight is going to be that traffic add-on
Yeah.
when it comes out, because that looks really.
What's Lara just linked me? What you want to pay for this? The East Coast Main Line merge. London to... Oh, yes. That's what I need. I don't know if I've got all the bits though, Larwood. do. Right, we need to have a discussion then, Larwood. See if we can get it working, and I'll stream that next weekend. That could be next Saturday afternoon or something. Actually, no, I'm out for the day next Saturday. That could be next Friday night. Alright, so how are we doing on our journey? 161 miles to go to Merca.
So that thing, does that mean that you don't have to reload? You can just do that entire trip in one go?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty good.
It just stitches all the bits mapped together, which we did with Larwood's help.
Yeah.
Stitched London to Brighton, London to Bedford, and South London together, and so did Brighton to Bedford, which is pretty cool. So that just stitches bits of the map together, so you can go London to Edinburgh.
I'll tell you what would be interesting with that would be a race, an aeroplane from Gatwick to Edinburgh, and the train from. I mean, how long does the train take though? I bet it's about 5 or 6 hours, isn't it?
5 hours.
Oh, so it's not really going to be much of a race then.
I could do it on a Friday night. I would start at 7, finish at midnight. We'll do it one Sunday afternoon. Start at 12, finish at 5. There's no great shakes for me.
Unless I race you something like this, which is slower, just to make it interesting.
That could be quite. 5 hours.
Where does that route start then? At Brighton Station? Or do you start in London?
This was a London one. So where's King's Cross, I'm guessing?
So that's probably...
I'd say maybe potentially London City then. London City to Edinburgh and
yeah, King's Cross, yeah.
the DA62.
Don't forget there's stops involved, isn't there? It ain't gonna take you 5 hours to fly from London City to Edinburgh.
No.
What is it?
I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I'm definitely up for doing that, Larwood. I just have to fit it. A, I need your help in getting it working, and then B, finding that when it's working, then finding the time to actually do it, because I want to do it in one go. Or actually, I could do it in bits, couldn't I? And then put it out as separate bits on YouTube. Could do it in two halves. Yeah, I could do that. 2 Friday nights. London to wherever the halfway point would be. Alright, so how are we doing here? So I'm in Delaware and Sam's still in Virginia. Or Maryland rather.
Yeah, I can smell the cookies.
You're just about to cross the border. Or the state line. So still flying along the coast, bit of cloud in front of us now.
Yeah, I just noticed a bit of cloud popped up.
So looking forward to getting to New York. I've never flown into New York in any sim, I don't think.
FX6 was okay. Drop below like 10 frame. And it just 9 out of 10 times you get out of memory. It was trying to do too much.
Yeah, this gets a bit finicky with Heathrow.
I always think that's always the biggest test when you get a flight simulator. Just go straight to Heathrow with the settings turned up and then work your way back, and your sweet spot is for the simulator.
Yeah, mine gets a bit juddery at Heathrow.
I think I can get about 20 frames, which, considering what, with all the scenery we've got there as well, it's not bad.
That's pretty good.
So I've got the Heathrow Aerosoft Airport, and then the True Earth. So 20's, I'll take 20.
Oh, it's definitely getting cloudy. Clouds are on now. So yeah, if you're watching and you ever want to join us in any of these flights, you're more than welcome. So we just use FS Cloud to get us together. As you can see, there's 91 people globally in FS Cloud. If we keep zooming out, there they all are. A couple of people already at JFK. And that's where we're headed. And to help get us there is a little nav map. So we've got a ground speed of 174 knots, flying at 5,000 feet. Progress wise, 56 minutes to destination, but taking a bit of a fly around, so it's going to take a little bit longer than that, I think.
I'm actually looking forward to that, because I've done a couple of flights into New York, because I got this is another one that's hard to pronounce, the Dreswicki Designs New York City and airports, and it does look awesome, but I've not actually flown close into it, so that could be quite good. That's actually on sale somewhere. I think it's the FSPS store.
So a bit of cloud. Sometimes the cloud looks a bit sort of unrealistic. And then other times when it's quite wispy and like moving, it actually looks quite good.
It's the one thing that I've got a bit of a problem with, that they've not. There's that, and the fact that the weather just pops in sometimes.
Yeah.
If they fix that, it would be pretty cool.
Let's brighten up our displays a bit. There we go. Yeah, inside of this plane, looking right. Oh god, I haven't got my seatbelt on. Oh no! Oh, that's quite cool. If you put your mouse over the headphone jack and
does that control the sound?
Yeah, controls the volume, and use your mouse wheel, it controls the volume. What we're using for clouds and weather, Active Sky.
Yeah, Active Sky's the weather engine, and X Ambience is the textures.
So that's showing us the weather, and then we got X Ambience running, which gives us the way it looks. So that's looking rather
Might not look too bad. I'll put a picture in
I've just gone to setting number 7. It looks,
Discord, isn't it? No.
it's looking rather bright now. Too bright, too false in fact I think. But the good thing with X ambience is change it on the fly. Yeah, I quite like 4. I'm guessing you're not loading something then because you went a bit gargly.
Yeah. It's so weird, that is.
So you're flying into the cloud now.
So the guy that created X Ambient said at some point they're going to release an update. So when you actually fly through a cloud, it's going to give you like a wispy effect on the windscreen, like the old FSX for Active Sky. Yeah, the Active Sky texture pack that they brought out that did that for it, and it looked pretty awesome.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so hopefully he said he was working on getting that to. Just getting a little bit bumpy as well.
No, not too bad with that. Yeah, definitely flying through some clouds. Sonata Plays, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciating. Much appreciating, much appreciated. Yeah, can do, Larwood. Well, I'll have a look. I might. So I want to watch some TNG. I might save First Contact and watch it just before the Picard series comes out. I'll have a look when I'm off the stream or first thing in the morning, see what other films are out. Yeah, weather's definitely closing in a bit now.
Yeah. I'm just looking out my window. You know, if you look to the right, then just the back of it, you should be able to see some buildings at Ocean City.
On the coast.
Can't see
Like
a lot.
a bit like a poor man's Miami. Like last time I did this flight, I did it in a 757, and there were thunderstorms, and I had to actually divert up to Boston because I couldn't. As I started my descent, I started to lose control of the plane, so I had to get out.
Blimey.
But I don't think the weather's too bad there today.
Well, hopefully not.
No.
What are the temperatures doing? All temperatures just at the top of the green. All pressure's up. I'm burning 8.7 gallons an hour. There we go, adjust the prop pitch a bit, the prop RPM, gain me a couple of knots in speed. Oh, yeah. Couple of bumps then. Well, 119 miles to go to our waypoint. Where are we flying in now? Where are we? Bethany Beach. Cape May. The other side of the bay from where we are.
Yeah, you got a little crossing over.
Yeah, 5 knot headwind. It's not too bad.
One of the waypoints I've picked, one of the best ones, is called Apple.
Yeah, I
which is
saw
the one
that.
Yeah, it takes you straight. They called it Apple because it's right next to the Statue of Liberty, which is obviously one of the most famous landmarks. So yeah, they got the Apple waypoint, which is quite cool.
Of course, you're a bit lower than any of those. Well, the cove is at 5,000 feet. Weather's definitely not great out there.
No.
Well, I can see blue sky above me. Fuel's looking okay. Oil temperature just about in the red.
My temp's fine. Pressure's a little more higher than I'd like it to be.
Oil pressure's in the green. Oil temperature's just in the red. So I'll just back it off a little tiny bit.
Well, it's just 3/4 the oil pressure. It's still a bit close to the yellow than I'd want it to be, but
yeah, it's dropping back down now. And then so is the speed. So it's definitely a fine.
Yeah, there's so many things to balance, isn't there, to get everything right.
Yeah, oil pressure's dropping back down. Oil temperature's just at the top of the yellow. I can live with that. A burst of speed.
Seattle City's
The Drazwicki Seattle City's on sale for 15 quid on the FSBS stuff. That's not good. However, I think I'd sooner for that I'd go for the True Earth version of it, because you just can't beat Norvex for scenery.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Well, I might look at that global Earth and just get rid of all my HD mesh.
That's what I've done. I've noticed that my loading times are a lot quicker now.
And you get an extra 5 or 6 frames back as well, which is good.
Yeah, I might look at that tomorrow.
The New York City scenery is currently 24 quid on the sale.
It's not bad.
Not really, it does cover quite a lot. I bought the Washington one as well a while back, so that was on sale too. That one's quite cool. If you, I don't know why they did it, but if you land a helicopter on the White House lawn and walk up to the White House, you can actually see Donald Trump sitting in the chair in the presidential suite.
Why?
I'm not entirely sure why they did that, but maybe something to aim at, I don't know.
It's nice when some of these games you do get these like Easter eggs, don't you? The little things.
Yeah, the little touches are really, really cool. Like there was a bad accident at the Florida 737-200 that crashed quite a long time ago now. It was flying from Washington DC to Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, and it crashed because they didn't defrost. Well, they didn't defrost it. They didn't de-ice the aeroplane, and they didn't switch the ice on. And there was a snowstorm, so that wasn't the best. And there's actually I think the 14th Street Bridge that goes across into main Washington. There's a little plaque on there, and they've actually put that in the scenery as well, which is really cool.
Oh, that's quite nice.
Yeah, it's like the Concorde where they put the little Air France 4590 paper in there, and the rose on the seat. That was another nice touch. Little things like that are pretty cool.
Oh, I've definitely had a burst of speed. I'm doing 176 now.
Yeah, I've got up to 178.
Pushing it as far as my oil temperature is concerned, but that's fine. What could possibly go wrong? Right, so how are we doing now? So flying across end of Delaware Bay, heading towards Atlantic City. Yeah, New York's one of those places that I'd love to go, but I'd quite happy to spend a day and then get the hell out of there.
Yeah, we were looking. They do the Christmas trips from East Midlands, Jet 2. It's about 500 quid for 4 nights.
That's cheap.
It flies you into Newark. I don't think it's bad at all. So I think we were looking at potentially either this year or next year maybe doing that, because it's always somewhere I've wanted to go as well. Gone furthest north. We've been to Boston, flew into Boston, but I've always just flown over New York, so I'd like to go.
Yeah, I haven't been to the States, so New York's one of those that's I wouldn't want to spend a long time there, but just to go do the touristy bit and at least not have it, you know, you've seen it, you've done it. That's really cheap. Well, I think Gaz flew into Chicago. It cost him 200 and something quid return, I think.
Yeah, It's not bad when if you shop around, you can get some decent prices.
Obviously, that's flying cattle class, but right. So look at the
Yeah, they do one flight a year now out of East Midlands, 25th of November. Then you return on 29th, so yeah, 4 days. £487.
That's not bad.
No. £241 outgoing, £246
That's really cheap.
without.
I happen to be on avroliner.com,
Oh, that's not good.
and God, it looks nice. The Avro RJ series includes the Avro RJ aircraft, a 4-engine regional aircraft.
Oh, hold on. The hotels aren't that cheap.
Not in New York, they're not.
No.
They might be out in Newark though. Out in New Jersey. God.
Potentially, yeah. The only reason I was looking at the Jet 2 one was because there was actually an airport hotel at Newark and it overlooks the main apron, which would be perfect for me.
Oh, absolutely.
£1,090 that takes it all up to. I don't think that's bad still. It's a lot more, but I think it's a Park Plaza hotel or something, one of the 4-star ones.
I've just come down to the price of the Avro RJ series for X-Plane 11.
How much do they after?
$51.
That's a lot for a non-finished one again, isn't it? Or is it finished and it just doesn't work on 11 yet?
No, it says Avro RJ series for X-Plane 11.
Oh, so it should be fully.
You get the RJ85, the RJ100, and the RJ70.
I always preferred it when they called it the BAE 146, but
So if anyone watching wants to make a donation to the stream, so that I can purchase the
$51.
Avro liner, yeah, $51 donation would be absolutely perfect. You can then see the plane tomorrow afternoon in this tomorrow afternoon stream.
Just do 5 more of those bets for tucks that you can't get somewhere in the plane. Although he might not take that again, actually.
No, I don't think he'd
After
take that
last-
again.
Not after last time.
He did pay out, in all fairness to him.
Yeah.
I've got a horrible feeling X-Plane's crashed. Oh no.
Just loading some scenery in.
Oh, it's gone. X-Plane's gone very juddery.
Oh, that's not good. Is it reloading the weather in or something?
Could be. I've gone to an external view, but I can't drag the view around. That music seems to depict this is the John Wick of planes. Yeah. Now I can't get back into the inside view. Uh-oh. It's loading something.
Mine just went a little bit.
It's literally moving about like 20 feet, pausing.
Yeah, I'm taking over you now. I can see your plane.
PC's not doing anything else. This isn't looking good.
That's weird.
Well, I don't know what it was. It seems to sort itself out now.
Yeah, as I went to the external view to have a look at your plane, mine started to just flicker a little bit. I wonder if there's maybe a bug in the X-plane scenery down there or something.
Yeah, move it again now.
Maybe you just don't like the Garden State Parkway, but then no one does.
Right, so in 25 minutes now till that first waypoint. So Sam was behind me. I'm guessing you're up now in front of me somewhere, are you?
Yeah, not far though. You're literally just off right hand side.
Oh, there you go. So there's Sam over there. Shame the weather's not looking great out there.
It looks a bit clearer up
top now, up front.
I can make it look clearer by changing the X ambient settings, but I quite like keeping it on this same setting all the time.
Yeah. See, my X ambience, I went for 85%
On the Haves effect and 100 kilometers on the DSF rendering, and that, you know, that line you sometimes get between the scenery and the sky, it sort of fades it away.
so it looks a little bit more realistic. Just puts like a small misty haze, so it takes away that, which is quite cool.
Yeah, I must update that because I've still got those three of them inoperative.
Yeah, you've got on there now. There's a VR DSF tweak, corrected light in sound environment, and extended auto gen, which I think's there anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got the extended auto gen. I don't know what it actually does.
I don't think it does a lot really.
It's not ticked.
I've just ticked it and unticked it, and I can't really see what it might have done. Just before you get to Atlantic City, when we drove up there with my auntie, something made me laugh is there's a place called Margate and Pork Island,
Oh yeah,
which also
yeah.
made me laugh.
Margate City.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit nicer than the actual Margate, but
Yeah, which is over there. Yeah, visibility is increasing, I think.
Yeah, I think it's breaking up a little bit now.
Raw temperature just on the bottom of the red. Coolant temperature's in the yellow. Fuel temperature's fine. Fuel quantity's fine. I'm running 90% load. about 2,100 RPM. So it pretty much maxed out. This thing couldn't do much more if it wanted to, I don't think, or without blowing up or catching fire.
Yeah.
Which has happened.
Considering we started with a 10 knot headwind, it's not really done too bad to cut through that. And it's mine's just said there's a 1 knot headwind now, so. One of the main reasons I bought this plane is because I really like the diamond in Flight Sim World.
Oh yeah, so Chris convinced me to buy this.
Yeah. Pretty much every time I flew in Flight Sim World I was using that plane, the diamond. It was really nice.
Wasn't that the 42?
It was a 42, yeah.
Still nice though.
Yeah, it was really cool. Still can't quite believe what they did with that, but there you go.
Yeah.
That's Ducktail.
What do you think about the warning on my screen? I just spotted that. Right oil temperature, left oil temperature. It's fine. It's really 20 minutes away. No, we'll just back it off a little tiny bit. So when you pop the screen out, it doesn't give you the same information as when the screen's in.
No, it's weird, isn't it? Like.
Alright, let's bring it back down to about 80% then. And that'll bring the oil temperature down. Ah, I see blue sky.
Yeah, it's definitely breaking up.
So there's me. Sam was over. Oh, there we go. Sam's back there. We just passed over an airport. Where's that?
Should be Atlantic City International, I think.
It is. So then we're heading on up to Eagle's Nest and Robert J. Miller. And it starts to get quite busy.
Yeah, entering the busiest port of airspace in America. Which would be cool, you know, when the Just Flight thing comes out.
Yeah.
The Just Flight traffic. To be flying into this airspace with that switched on, I think it'd be, you'd have all sorts of traffic flying everywhere.
I can't wait for that. That just again adds that whole extra element of realism.
Yeah, yeah. Because the traffic one at the minute, the world traffic, it's okay, but it's not. There's no real structure. The planes just take off when they're told to by the program. They don't hold if there's a plane landing. They just taxi straight in front of them on the runway. So it's not quite as realistic as you'd want it to be. But knowing Just Flight with the previous versions of traffic, they'll sort of put everything right with that, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So here we are in FS Cloud. Getting closer. A couple of people still at JFK. Cloud Stomper, and Matthew. Cloud Stompers looks like taking off, or about to take off. Matthew's arced up. And who else is close by? A couple of people. Anybody logged their flight on here today? Oh, here goes one. EHAM to FACT.
That is Amsterdam Schiphol to, well, I want to say Johannesburg.
Down that way, yeah. Looks like it's Cape Town, yeah.
Yeah, Cape Town, FACT.
That is quite sad.
I think Johannesburg's FAJH. Well, I hope it's not, because that's really sad.
I don't think Dovetail had much choice, as I heard that Microsoft had pulled its rights back to develop the platform, hence the new sim Microsoft is releasing next year. So saying it wasn't necessarily Dovetail that pulled the plug, it was Microsoft went, we'll have the rights back, thank you, because we want to do our own one. I hadn't thought of it that way round.
It was Dovetail, unfortunately. It was the guy that was in charge of Dovetail. It was an absolute,
Must be making them money.
Yeah, they got to the next level of development and then they just decided they didn't want to carry on with it. Much like they did with Flight School previously. And Microsoft Flight previous to that.
And then they went and released a fishing game.
Yeah.
So 14 minutes to go. Engine oil temperature's still high.
I'm just not convinced with that flight simulator that's coming out next year.
Well, at least it's in the yellow now.
I had a big conversation with Tux about that, about how we've been burnt before with it, and when you look at some of the aspects of it, it looks awesome. So like the scenery that loads in, and it loads the latest scenery in 4K, but then you got to wonder about your internet connection. If that goes, you can't fly offline really, can you?
No.
Which could be a bit of an issue. Be interesting to see how they get around that. I mean, looking at the previews, if it looks and flies like it looked in the trailer, it would be pretty awesome. I don't know. It's just something in the back of my head that's worrying me about it.
And yeah, Flight Sim World had a lot of promise. I love Flight Sim World.
It did. It was so good.
That's what got me into doing flight sims again, because I did the whole flight school thing, and then because I bought Flight School, I got a free upgrade to Flight Sim World, I think it was. And then really enjoyed it. It was so simple to do a flight. You just clicked on the map, I want to go from here to here, jumped in a plane and went. So from a beginner getting into flight, it was perfect.
They threw a lot away with that, you know, because Orbex are actually helping them with the default scenery, which is why the default map looks so good.
Oh, it did look great.
That kind of, obviously with that happening, with the new Microsoft Flight Sim, I'd imagine Orbex would potentially distance themselves from it a bit because they got burnt with that. That's a concern, because obviously you want the best developers developing for your flight simulator.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to have them, it's going to kind of ruin it a little bit.
Probably as well, the likes of us that have got so much time and money into X-Plane, are we likely to start again with something else? Probably not.
I don't know if I want to, because I've just sort of got to where I wanted to with X-Plane now, after leaving FSX 2-3 years ago, whenever it was. So I'm not sure I want to start putting hundreds of thousands of pounds into another one.
No. And True Sky was good as well, says 45
Yeah, True Sky was good.
Well, yeah, I've got, I've got this, I've got FSX, I've got Aerofly, which I've only done one flight in about 2 minutes and didn't like it. But I don't know if I want to spend more time and effort learning and setting up and getting stuff for another sim. You're an X-Plane man. Yeah. I didn't like X-Plane.
I never was. No, same. But now I wouldn't fly anything else. This is another one that I'm being quite negative about. The flight simulator that's not even come out yet, but I feel like they're going to have to go quite a long way to match the realism of how the planes handle, because FSX and Prepar 3D to an extent feel like you're on rails with the planes. They don't quite feel as free as they should, like they do in X-Plane.
Yeah, I don't think I could use anything else now, because again,
No.
we've all spent time and money getting this looking right, feeling right, getting all the aircraft, getting all the scenery, getting it running right. Why would you then go, no, I'll fly something else?
But they're still putting a lot of development into it. You're getting regular updates with it still, so it's not even, they're not done with it yet, which is crazy really, because of how good it already looks.
Well, yeah, I said last night, I'm looking forward to, at the Flight Sim show, I'm going to go and watch the Laminar presentation, because they'll announce then what the future is for it and what's coming up. So that's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, and you sat on the engine, please look on the floor for a piece of paper where you can fill out your next of kin, phone numbers, and bank and credit card numbers. Please enjoy the rest of the journey to JFK, and we'll see you soon, if you survive. Thank you, Liam. Right, we've picked up the ATIS. Arriving runways 13 right, 04 left, 13 left, 04 right.
13 left, 04 right, departing runways 31 left, 22 right, 31 right, 22 left.
So 4 arriving runways, 4 departing runways.
Yep.
Yikes. Is it Heathrow that's still the busiest airport in the world as far as takeoffs and landings?
In Europe, it is. In the world, I believe it's Chicago. O'Hare.
Blimey. And Gatwick's still the busiest single runway airport.
Even though they're really pushing to get the second runway, but it doesn't look like it's happening.
Where are we flying to? We are flying to JFK.
Altimeter 3020. Arriving runways 13 right, 04 left.
The Darts channel, thank you very much for the host. Much appreciated, sir.
22 right.
So yes, flying a little twin-engine prop plane into JFK. A tad late, says Liam, but I know, but watching the darts is more important. Well, it is for you being a dartist and all that.
Actually, I was just
Speaking of
looking
darts,
now.
yeah.
Top 10 busiest airports in the world are Atlanta is the busiest.
Really?
This is just through passenger numbers though, but obviously that would mean more planes still.
Yeah.
85,907,423,000.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Then Chicago, then Heathrow, then Tokyo, Haneda, then LAX, Dallas, Fort Worth, Frankfurt, Paris, and Frankfurt, Maine, Amsterdam, and then Las Vegas.
Blimey.
Well, that looks quite an old list actually.
That's not a day. 85 million passengers a day. That would be one hell of a busy airport. So this is where we're flying to, into New York, and we took off from Norfolk, Virginia. So not a lot left of the flight, about another 15-20 minutes. So flying in X-Plane. Welcome anybody that's been shoved my way from the Darts channel. Much appreciated. Not quite darts, although it's quite pointy. So I should imagine if you aimed it at a dartboard, it may stick. But yes, hope you enjoyed watching the darts, and hope there are a few high scores, a couple of 180s. But yes, we're chilling over here, doing a bit of flying. So there's me here, and the back there is Sam, on our way to JFK. So things are about to get really busy. Hello, Dartist, says Liam.
Is that the official title for darts players?
Dartist.
I quite like that. That sounds quite good.
Yeah, what is, yeah, I suppose you're a dart player, aren't you? You're a darter? A dartist? Because you're a golfer.
I like dartist.
You're a golfer if you play golf. You're a
darter.
footballer if you play football. What are you if you play darts? Are you a dartist?
It's probably a good job Tuck's in here, unless he is.
Why?
Because I'm pretty sure he'd find a name for him that wasn't quite as nice. Although, no, he likes darts, doesn't he, actually?
He does. Hope you all have a good stream, Steve, and fellow playing people. Yes, thanks for that, Darts channel.
Cheers, mate.
So yeah, for those of you, quite a few of you by the looks of things, that have been thrust my way. That's
No pressure, Steve.
yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I've just looked at the viewing figures that have just dropped dramatically to realise, hang on, this isn't darts. But it did peak quite nicely, which is awesome. So thank you very much for that. So yes, we've got 5 minutes to go to reach the first waypoint, heading us towards JFK. We can do the loop around New York, fly past Statue of Liberty, before eventually coming in to land at JFK. Weather's not great out there, so we've got real world weather on, real world time on, so it's currently 17:30 in New York, which is the actual time, so 5 hours behind. And the weather, it looks like this. So a little bit overcast, bit of blue sky up there above us, but not looking too bad. So if any of you dartists are into any sort of sim gaming, there's a link to my Discord server. Do please check it out. An awesome sim gaming community over there. So give it a look. The Darts channel, your host this evening, is a member of the community as well. So a secret gamer, or not. There's Darter, Dart Player, Dartist, Arrowsman, and I can't think of any others. A Darter? I don't know about that. Dartist I like.
I still like dartist, yeah, I think that's the best one.
Dartist is good. Arrowsman, not sure. That sounds like a council worker that paints arrows on the road. And a darter is someone who darts. I'm guessing, well, you know, which it could be, I suppose. But yeah, dartist. We like dartist.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm picking.
Oh, hang on, we've got blue sky.
So yeah, as of last year, I found an updated list. It's still Atlanta as the busiest. It's changed a little bit though. Atlanta's top, then Beijing, Dubai, Los Angeles, Tokyo. Chicago's down to 6 now. London, Heathrow, Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Charles de Gaulle, top 10.
Of course, we don't appreciate here, do we, how much the Americans use planes. They use them like we use trains and coaches, really.
Yeah.
So sort of intercity travel, they just fly. That's why there's so many regional airlines, isn't there?
Yeah, there's thousands of them. I mean, you've got 3 massive international airports where we're going in New York, all within a 15-mile radius of each other. So you got JFK, Newark, and LaGuardia.
Blimey. Hello. There's footballer, cricket, box, golf. So darter has to be a thing. Dartist sounds better though. It does.
Yeah, I like dartist.
You know you've got a name change coming up now, Liam, don't you?
Yeah, hold on. Where are you?
It's gonna happen. And it's quite obvious now who's going to be changing it.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Right, so where are we now? Let's look at the map. So we are just past Asbury Park, flying up towards Long Beach, and then this zone in here is where it all gets really, really busy. Look at it. How the hell do they separate the planes coming and going from all those airports? That must be a logistical nightmare. Football season starts this Friday too. Does it? They're not called. They're not all called. I'm sure equestrianist is a thing.
There you go, Liam. You're welcome.
What's about an equestrianist? Are you an equestrianist?
Oh, I thought they were just horse riders.
Yeah.
Or toffee noses, as some people call it.
Well, yeah, all that. Yeah, footballer, cricketer, boxer, golfer. Darter. Yeah, because it's not dartist. A darter. It's not darter. You're a darts player, I suppose, aren't you? You're not a...
Yeah. Well, yeah, because snooker player.
Yeah.
You're like a snookerist.
Well, you could be. See, that could be a thing.
A snookerer.
Horse riding isn't a sport. Yeah, I've got to be careful how I say something there, because there's a lot of the Darts Channel's viewers still watching. Yes, horse riding isn't a sport. Horse doing snookist. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like that one.
A snookist. Right, we've turned. Some turning has happened.
Yeah, might want to descend a little bit if you can. I'm going to drop into about 2,000 feet now, just to get a better view as we go through the city.
Right, 2,000 feet it is. So we're making our long approach now. So descending down. Shame the weather's not any better.
Yeah, it's a bit crappy again, isn't it?
So here we are, and that's where we're heading for, is where Matthew is currently. That's a mouthful, Sam, but thanks anyway. Excuse me, what was he doing? I'm making no comment.
If I had £1 for any time anybody said that, I'd have 50p.
So we're descending down to 2,000 feet. So we've gone to Merca, we're going to DeVito, which sounds like Danny DeVito, in 3.4 miles, then we turn again. So we've got a few little 5 and 6 and 7 mile trips. We'll see the whole flight plan if I zoom out. Yeah, so there's Apple. So we're basically flying up the Hudson. Be pretty cool. So we're descending down to 2,000 feet slowly, 100 feet a minute. We can go a bit better than that. There we go. Thanks, Samist.
Sounds like a cult, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. That doesn't quite work.
That was cult with an L, by the way.
Yeah, just in case anybody's not clear.
Just in case, Liam.
Yeah. Snookist. I do like the idea of someone being a snookist.
Yeah, I'm having that one. I like that one too.
Right, turning again.
Sierra Alpha Mikeist.
Yeah. Well, thanks for those of you Darts Channel viewers that have stuck around this far. It's pretty awesome. So yes, he does darts. We do this on a Saturday night. Sometimes with a few more of us. Just 2 of us this evening doing this flight. And it can be just as entertaining as watching a darts match, because when it comes to landing, that's where it gets interesting.
Yeah, it's a shame that Ace and the whole chaos isn't flying, because
He's always number one for entertainment.
Yeah. But he will be tomorrow afternoon, so that's going to be pretty interesting for sure.
You don't call him Chaos for nothing.
AZ2436. Thanks very much for the follow. Right, so at 4,000 feet now. Will it be jets tomorrow? Yes.
Oh, I can just start to see some buildings in the distance. I see the World Trade Center.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's gone a bit glitchy. There we go. So there we go. Buildings in the distance. New York, or Manhattan. Oh God! Yay! I can be an announcist. Says Liam. Oh no! It's a thing.
Would that make Pineapple a soloist?
Well, yeah, that is actually a thing.
That may be a thing for a long time if he keeps putting those bloody pictures up.
Well, although, yeah, after his discussion last night, he doesn't do that. So,
Oh,
yeah, a busist. It could be a busist. Trainist. Oh, here we go. Right, turning again. Follow the Hudson. Truckists, and we're going for the whole list now, Liam, aren't we? Oh, that's getting very juddery now on the graphics.
something weird about New York. This scenery that I downloaded, the payware one, is actually better on the frames than the default one, which is very odd.
Alright, descending down. You can't think of any others. Well, that's probably a good thing for us.
Farmist.
Farmist, yeah. That'll be starting again in the winter. Back on the farm. Chaos reserved his hotel room for Flight Sim Show today. So that's cool. Fishist. I don't know. He's literally just sat there thinking of things now. Right, so up we come on to Manhattan. I'm actually quite glad that my gaming rig isn't running the stream anymore, because this would literally be...
Yeah, this is one of the second biggest tests other than London.
Northernist, Southernist. I'll stop now. Yes, thank you, Liam.
He always leaves Midlandists out, doesn't he?
He does. Oh, right, turning again. Wow, that skyline looks good.
Very cool, isn't it?
Oh, I took a screenshot. That was a bad idea. Oh, there we go.
You should just be coming up to the Statue of Liberty, Steve, I think, on your left.
Yep, there it is.
And then you got the new World Trade Center. Or I don't know if it's called that anymore. I think it's just called World Trade 1 or something.
Something like that.
Or One Trade, something like that.
And if you're Sam, then he's a middleist.
I'll take that. I've been called worse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that one, isn't it? World Trade 1. And they've got the memorial to the other...
Yeah, that's in this scenery. I don't know if they put that in on Explain.
They should do, really.
Isn't it the footprint of the other trade centres has been left?
Yeah. It should just be
Could be there. Square cut
the
out.
side of it, yeah. Yeah, there they are. Look, I can see them on the
Yeah.
2 bits.
No, don't even go there, Liam.
Have you had a shandy, Leo?
That is pretty cool as far as scenery is concerned.
I mean, that's default as well, so that's pretty awesome for default, isn't it?
Or you, Larwood. You're a wheel master. Okay.
The wheelist.
A wheelist, yeah. Right, so it's 2,000 feet. Might descend down a bit more.
Yeah, I was just thinking that I might go 1,500, maybe even a little bit less.
You've had a mouthful of Diet Coke. Actually, I haven't had a drink for a while. Got the orange squash here. Oh, the clouds are gone. There we go, that's looking better.
I can't wait to fly the Concorde into this place. That's going to have to happen soon.
Right. Let's have a look at our flight plan. So Raby, then Anther, and Castle, then Cove. Castle, then Cove. So we're coming back round then, and then it'll be straight in onto runway. So up there, round there, and in there.
Yeah, turning just after Yonkers and turning right.
Anyway, I'll leave you planists to your planist things, and I'll say goodnight. I'll be sure to join tomorrow for my announcers thing. Thanks, Liam. We'll be on. I think we haven't confirmed the time yet, but I should imagine 12:30, something like that.
See you later, mate.
Cheers, Liam.
The Dartist, formerly known as Liam.
The Dartist, yeah. Right, so 1.3 miles before we'll turn right. Then we get a bit rural New York now. So that's where we're going, is where Matthew is, over there. So there's Sam behind me. Rural Jura. Yeah, that was words. Oh, weather's cut back in again. It was nice and sunny for a while there.
Yeah, it's a little bit grey again, isn't it?
Well, good news is my oil temperature is no longer high. Oh yes, it is.
That's
Just lit up again.
Oh.
Well, it's in yellow. It's better than red. So yeah, 1,300 feet on that now. So not long to go, and we shall land at, well, hopefully land at JFK. It's another 2.7 miles, and we're going to make a right turn. So this is where you'd want to be living, wouldn't you? But then if you worked in New York, would you want to commute that far in?
Yeah, it seems like a nightmare, doesn't it, to
You know, I've potentially got a sort of 45-minute each way commute starting soon, which I'm not overly looking forward to, because currently my commute's about 7 minutes. But I couldn't be one of these people that you have to get on a train for like an hour and a half a day or an hour a day, then get off and then get on a subway and then walk, and like, no thanks.
Yeah, sod that.
Leaving work and knowing, well, for me, 8 minutes later I'm home, it's quite nice. But even when I start commuting, leaving work and knowing in 50 minutes I'll be home, still not bad. But I couldn't spend a couple of hours a night commuting. I think
45 minutes is about enough for me, I think.
Yeah, I think Chaos takes about 45-50 minutes to drive home.
I might break up, but it's worth it.
Oh, you're posting a picture, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm actually start to slow it down a bit now, because the next turn we make, so here we are, Anther, then we got Cove, and then we'll turn onto Final. So Castle first, actually. Castle, then Cove, and then turn onto runway heading. And when we do, I'll select approach and see if we can pick up the glide slope and make a landing. All being well. So 4.6 miles. This tells us how long we've got to go to the next waypoint, which is Castle. So 4.4 miles, and that's the bearing we're on. 118. Oh, it's on. So the plane will correct itself to fly to that. It's getting a little bit bumpy now. If you are new, if you're watching, there's a link to the YouTube channel. If you like this sort of thing, then this goes out on YouTube, as well as OMSI, the bus simulator, tourist bus, firm bus, some train sim, some trucking, so all sorts out there on YouTube. So the link is there in chat. Give it a follow. Yeah, it's definitely getting a bit bumpy. So where Matthew is over there, that's where we're heading for.
Oh, I need to start flying to New York more. I forgot how awesome it is.
That's pretty cool flying past there.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to, we've got to bring that 319 over here from Shannon.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Well, I want to do the whole thing again now. London
Yeah,
City
I do.
to Shannon.
When eventually I buy this scenery, because I've got no self-control.
Right, so that's now turning us to head towards Cove. And as soon as we turn onto runway heading, what runway did you select?
I've gone 22 right, but left or right's fine. Doesn't really matter.
So that's where we're going over there. There's Sam behind me. So here's our flight plan. So that's where we are. So we'll turn onto then. I'm guessing there's more down this page. We've got nothing else on the flight plan now. It's got me as far as Cove and has given up.
Yeah, Cove's your last one, so you just want to follow your approaching now to whichever one you're after. You've got headings of 22 right is heading 221 and 22 left is heading 224.
If I go 22 left then. And then select approach. Let's see what happens. Will we land? Yeah, I'm going to slow it down a bit more. So it's saying we're going to Woogle first, wherever Woogle is. Okay. Not sure if that's actually doing a thing, because I can't see the waypoint. Yes I can, Woogle. That's past the runway. I'm going to go to 224. Taken, good afternoon, evening, whatever the hell time it is. How are we doing? If I can twiddle my thing fast enough to get to 224. Don't go past it. Right, not heading mode then. Right, they should now have us roughly lined up. No. Nearly roughly lined up.
Ish.
Well, I can see a runway over there. Okay, I should be at that runway over there then. I can't see another runway facing me. That's slightly concerning. I need to land over there then. Okay, autopilot off. Let's hand fly it in. Is there a hand fly in? I'm actually landing at the wrong airport, you watch. Well, I thought it'd be two parallel runways and it doesn't seem to be.
No, they're just offset.
Just a little bit.
Alright, bring the power back. Bring the gear down. It's pretty cool how we get that noise of the wind going through the landing gear.
Yeah.
little bit low. So we've got land long. Buttery landing.
Nice.
Okay, and we'll taxi down the other active runway because that's not dangerous at all. Ooh, that's gone quite glitchy graphics wise. Yeah, no one wants to come and land on this runway. Just get off here then. Probably safer. There's a lot of taxiways. How the hell are you supposed to know where to go? I'm just going to head over here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a maze.
Or just go and park it over here. No one will notice.
Oh yeah, that was something I forgot to tell you. I noticed. I downloaded something to change the power line cables to make them thinner, so they're not those huge black licorice looking things anymore. And it actually looks really good.
Oh, okay.
It's just a bitmap, I think, or a JPEG.
Right, parking brake.
I'll post that. I'll put it in the flight section. Then you just drop it straight into your world scenery, I think.
Right, there we go. I made it. Sam's coming in now, I think.
Yeah, just done
There we go. Behind
base final.
behind the buildings. But the little plane that could, did. Definitely a struggle graphics wise for this. So let's shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it all down. And okay, so there we go. So avionics off, battery off, whole thing. What's that? Some sort of warning. This unit will shut off in 54 seconds. Or select option, then push knob. Powering down. 24 points I got for my landing.
So good.
That's not bad. Alright, so yeah, Sam's coming in behind the buildings. So I didn't really park in that great location, did I? It's been great to see the landing. So yeah, journey done from Norfolk, Virginia, 252 miles down. So tomorrow afternoon we will be back again with some more flying, this time in jets. Yep, pretty much almost finished. This time in jets, where I think we're going to carry on from Namibia, where we ended up last time, and fly down to here, make our way towards Cape Town. So that's going to be tomorrow about sort of 12:30 for some more flying. But yeah, really enjoyed these last 2 nights of a bit of late night flying.
Yeah, definitely good to cap it off landing in New York. It's been pretty awesome.
That was a hell of an approach. That was really good.
This runway just looks gigantic compared to some of the ones we've landed the little planes at.
Yeah.
There's like plenty of room for manoeuvre.
It's just the taxiways. I just like, what the hell are you supposed to know where you're going? Yeah, cheers the Darts Channel. You'd have to message me and let me know your real name. Cheers the Darts Channel. Thanks very much for the host. Really do appreciate that. That's awesome. Right, so yeah, in comes Sam. It's Paul. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Paul. I'm not going to keep calling you the Darts Channel. That just seems a bit strange. Yeah, thanks for the host, Paul. Much appreciated. I'll have to watch one of your streams, see what all this darting's about.
Dartistry.
Dartistry. There you go. Yeah, that's the thing. The art of dartistry. Yeah. Cheers. Good night. Oh God, Loward's posted one of those things I won't be able to stop watching.
Oh,
that's pretty cool. Right, so in comes Sam. Oh yeah, that scenery looks really good out your window.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Where's one I posted?
I'll spam a couple more when we finish as well. I took quite a few. Every single picture out of New York's just a screenshot that you want to save forever.
Where's my DA62 stuff? If I can find them.
Awesome to do it in this plane as well, again.
It is a great little plane.
It's so good. It's perfect for that sort of flying as well.
Yeah.
Just buzzing across the top of the city. Oop. Bit bumpy.
Yeah, considering you're in the same plane as me, that thing is huge. It is a 737 you're in.
Nice. So it's changed because last night, what was it last night?
Dash 8.
Dash 8.
Yeah. So there's no logic to the way that the modelling goes in FS Cloud.
None whatsoever, no.
Right, are you actually following the proper taxiways, or you just...
I am, yeah, but I've got a different scenery to you, so it might look like I'm taxiing everywhere, every which way.
Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of taxiways.
Yep.
I could end actually by doing something in animation. I can't even speak. Animations. There we go. We'll put the cones out, put the baggage trolley out, put the chocks on, open the doors, open the cargo bay. That's pretty cool. End of a long journey. So in comes Sam, and yeah, he's in the same plane as me. Yeah, great. Definitely great modelling going on there.
There we go.
And there we go.
That
so
was
yes,
awesome.
I will. I'll end that there. Really, really enjoyed that. We'll certainly make this a regular thing. I think either a Friday night or Saturday night or both, depending on how we're all fixed, and maybe get some others to join us as well. In variety of stuff. It's quite nice doing low and slow in props occasionally. And say this is a cracking little plane to fly. But we're back tomorrow afternoon, as I said, with some jets. Flying from Namibia heading down towards Cape Town. So that's going to be a bit of fun, a bit different to this, but more about the preparation and the more interesting takeoff and landing in a jet than we get in these. So thank you, Sam. Again, really enjoyed that.
Yeah, thanks, mate. That was awesome.
And thank you to Paul, Darts Channel, for hosting the stream. Fantastic. Hopefully some of the darts people or dartists that watched have enjoyed something different than arrows being thrown. So I'll end that there. I'll be back in approximately 13 hours for some more flying. Say goodnight, Sam.
Good night, Sam.